Suraj Singh, civil engineer, Faridabad, Bharat, India. General talks every day, as usual. Depending upon you people, are you interested or not? But I assume that you are interested, and that is the reason I'm continuing this effort, even though you get some of you may get knowledge or it's your choice. It's very serious discussion. It's not novel, it is not poem, it is not a drama, it is such a discussion which impacts upon you and should impact upon you. I feel jealous on my own life when I was in the youth. I was too young. I did not have all these facilities which you are getting now, this medium, social media, and all these signals, internet, etc. Had I got these facilities in my time when there was a calculator, not even you can say tube light. In those days, we used to study. Had we got this all that time, we would have achieved so much. But now I am finding that people, young generation who has got all these facilities, they have become lazier and lazier day by day. They are losing their seriousness and they are not interested to learn more and more because everything is available on internet. They can find whatever is available anytime, but they do not understand that all information, whatever is available on internet, doesn't mean it's authentic or it is reliable. They have to ensure that it's reliable, but they just adopt, assuming everything's okay. This is not a good practice. You have every material with you, but you are not valuing material. It had it been that time in 90s, 60s, 70s, when there was no material, but there was value. People used to find here and there what to get information from, where to get, what is the source, from library or somewhere else, or from somewhere else, where to go and see the market. It was very difficult to get information those days. But privileges are those who are getting now, but they are losing seriousness. And we were very serious people. We used to think, well, what aim I have got. At that time, we used to think, our parents used to think, but now it's not like that. Why I'm telling you all this, just the background story means we should make use of medium. We should have value on this. We should consider whatever you can get from this in the best way you can get, and you contemplate on that, not simply getting information and downloading and then keeping in your files. That is no use. Study this, read this if you have time. If you're not sure of time, you can get more information. This is like you can say free knowledge or getting unlimited knowledge. You can get and enhance your knowledge, enhance your power of mind so that you become very strong person. It is only for that reason I'm explaining, just referring to that. We didn't have this opportunity, but you get this opportunity. Use it for your professional career, for your work career, for your general career, to understand your nation, to understand other nations, the whole world. Our Bharat, great country, world-renowned country, practically because we are great number of people here, 140 crore people of 1400 million people is very big amount, keeping average total population of also just like 7 million, and we are, you say, one-fifth of that. One-fifth is 20% population of world, we may be approximately, which is a considerable number, considerable quantity. 14% population, 20% population, I'm sorry, 20% population, which is one-fifth of world population and must weigh in world arena. It's not that we are very, very strong, but our human resources are very strong. Our wealth, which we are having, we don't know actually what we have, and even no other countries know what actually they have. But whatever comparatively we have, that's valued. Of course, we have been suppressed and oppressed by previous regimes before 1947. That is history. That cannot be recalled. That can just be referred to for learning or for applying what mistakes we applying what right actions were taken in response to mistakes or problems we existed at that time. We have to just learn lessons from those. But learning lesson is also not a stupid job. It is very brilliant job if you learn from past errors. Everybody cannot remember that, and everybody cannot even keep in mind while working in present times. And that is a problem. We overlook those lessons as well, and which is very, very, very difficult task, because if you repeat mistakes despite knowing why previous mistakes were made and caused, you are not called a wise person. A wise person keeps in view past mistakes and then takes action and then acts on current problems or solutions. That is called Why I'm referring to this, we have got certain, you can say, threshold, line threshold, and that is 1947, August 15. From where we had started into a new country, a new orientation country. I should not say country because country has been for many, many millenniums. So this was, you can say, a new start of a new regime of public itself, public regime. Public means constitutional public, not ordinary public. It's not slavery public. It's not slave, no master, no slave, no such relation existed in our country. And do same that there is no such relation that master and slaves do continue. No such thing is now. We are free from that stupid relation, idiotic crime relation. We are now free people, free in the sense that we are free, keeping in view power of constitution and reference to constitution. Because constitution of Bharat, I talk daily to some extent that we have to understand this. My question is, what is our constitution? Every time I ask, I tell you, you listen and you just feel boring and sleepy. Why I'm talking about constitution? Constitution is very important document because it is our rule, it is our director, it is our guide, it is our instructor, and whatever you can call it, it is our umbrella to save us from rain and from sun. Means it saves us from dirty water as well as from heat waves. It saves us from ultraviolet effects. It saves them from many calamities that we had to see, but we have certain solutions that are in constitutional provisions. Every person is equal, rightful, powerful, but are they? Question is that. This means we have to apply a kind of review on this constitution. Of course, we must review in a sense of perfection, in a sense of construction, what you understand of this constitution and what it has given to us or delivered to us. That is a point of opinion or point of review that one must make as a citizen of this country. Maybe everybody cannot understand that, but a certain class of people understand that, and certain class of intellectual people like you and like students who are studying, who are going through their educational management system, they should understand. After all, this applies to each citizen of this country. It is not mine or your document. It is a document for every citizen of this country, and it is not an ordinary document. It is a document that applies to every institution of this country, every law of this country, and everything of this country. We have to think that way. After that, many, many problems are existing, like Kashmir problem, like NRC problem, like many other problems, international problems, that all fit in chain to this constitution. Because I'm talking about elections, I'm talking about vote system, we are talking about polling, we are talking about EVM, we are talking about ballots, and we are talking about so many issues which are relevant to each other. One issue cannot be ignored and other issue can be taken up. It's not like that. Nothing is master in this world. Everything requires modifications and amendments and updating so that it keeps in touch with what's happening, latest state of art methods, state of art state, you can say, state of art for everything. Our constitution preamble say very simple, saying, we the people, we people of Bharat. It says, we people of Bharat means it includes everyone. And whatever is there, you all know we people of Bharat having solemnly constituted, at least solemnly resolved to constitute this country into sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic and to secure this people justice, liberty, equality, and for that to create brotherhood and fraternity, etc., 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 is given in preambles. I've just spoken short, but on August 15th, sorry, 26 January 1950, it was assumed as such. We people. Question is, which we people? Now, if we compare and use this constitution, it has given such an allowance to this country that there is a widening gap. There is this existing widening gap between common people and those who are in power by virtue of by virtue of parameters included within this constitution or article articulated power with this constitution, those people are powerful people, and there is a large section of people which has nothing to do with that, which is just you can say use the chess to use for those powerful to use. Are we chess? My question is this we people right or this is not right? Which we people? We should say we politicians, or we rulers, or we riches, we haves, or we poor, or we middle class, or what? Is this power going to everybody? If I consider, say, we common people, are we common people getting every benefit, every power erupted out of this constitution? Do we think that? If I consider that myself, I would say no. I am not getting any power from this constitution to an extent right to rule is concerned, right to govern is concerned. As a citizen of this country, I am devoid of that. Why I am divided? Because of existence of systematic errors caused by ourselves on this constitution, and that error is I am unable to come to power, to Lok Sabha, to MLA, etc. because I have no such power to contest election. Constitution doesn't bar anybody. It doesn't bar anyone. Everybody has a right to contest election. I agree with that. It is in theory. It is in assumption, you can say contemplation, and contemplation is not practical. Contemplation is hypothetical, skeptical, and imaginary. What does it mean then? Then we should say, no, we not common people, we powerful people, or we haves, yes, it applies to we haves, or we politicians of this country, yes, it applies to them because that power is enjoyed by them only. You can say this way, there's a class of people which are in governance, which are in higher profile, which routinely, which often come into power, and not person like me. Should we not consider it? And there is a class of people which are haves. They have lots of money with them. They are millionaires, billionaires, trillions, and they claim that they are first in war, second war. That people have power of money, power of resources. That people, that class of people can purchase even government, can purchase humanity, can purchase anything. Is that right? I should say no. Then there is a class of people which are in middle level, which are neither this way or not that way. They are like sandwich people. They are not able to go to highest profile of governance or stay in haves or come down to juggi chopri level or to common people like me. So there are various stratification, you can say chartered specification or some chartered constitutional stratification that has occurred since 1947. And because of what? You may say because of constitution. No, it's not because of constitution. It is because of malified application of constitution. Malified use of constitution means those powerful items, those powerful articles which are existing in this constitution that mandates how to work in this country, how to stay in this country, how to govern this country, how to serve this country. Those will accept up to some good items, good powers chapters from that and apply it onto them. This means we are slavery class, we are lowest one, someone is serving class, someone is a money class, and someone is political class. Why should then there be classes when there is nothing specified in constitution that there is a class? Constitution simply say we people. It doesn't say we common people, we middle class people, we money people, or we politician people. It doesn't say that, but virtually it has come out as a virtual research, as natural research, or a research based on how we are working in this country, how we are managing this country. Governance is also management, as well as management is also a governance. But question is, who will define your luck? That is not mentioned in constitution. You have opportunity to go up. Yes, everybody has opportunity. It simply says justice, equality, and liberty. Justice of all, you can say up to everything. You must get justice, you must get equality, and you must get freedom, liberty. Yes, there is a liberty. I'm living in this country. Nobody can harm me under purview of Constitution. But that is not adequate for my existence. That is not adequate for me. Means I must reach top level. That is my ambition. That is my right. Last right is I can be powerful in power, politics or in governance. Politics is nothing. We can say governance is work of government. I should be part of the government, and this government can be executive government, this can be legislative government, this can be judicial government, or this can be whatever is a parliamentarian act. It should be. I have full right according to constitution that has been bestowed on me this right, but that has bestowed on me. But had I been able to receive that, or as common man, can I receive that? That is a big question mark. Every person, intelligent or not, should analyze this. After all, this country is owned by every citizen, and every country is owned by relevant citizens, or you can say respective citizens of that country. It is nothing new. It is international law. That I am citizen of this country means I am responsible for this country. I have certain duties for this country. I have got some rights in this country, and I have to be a part of this country, integrated part based on parameters as I discussed with you. These five parameters, which again I am telling you, this is, you can say, sovereign, socialist, democratic, republic, etc., and secular. Once again, I repeat: sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic. Sovereign, socialist, sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic, republic. These are five powerful parameters that resolve our problems to accept these conditions and stay and live and enjoy this country's power. Power sharing it is. It's not power alone. Power sharing, but this power sharing, I have to raise a question to myself. Am I getting this power sharing involvement? Are you getting this power sharing involvement? Is your family getting involvement, or rich is getting involvement, or only certain people in politics getting involvement? For example, I want to see myself chief minister or prime minister. Am I in a position to get into that office? I should say not as a prime minister, and not even a citizen sometimes, because you have to reach that office with certain backing. Otherwise, you will not be accepted there. They will not even allow to let you enter there in a free way. Only by taking appointment or by fixing that you can enter there. In that case, where I am equal, where I am liberal, and where is justice? Question is that our constitution have 395 articles, and every article is relevant to some institution. And if you go to article 81, which mandates that we as citizens of this country, we as voters of this country, have to chart out to decide who shall be our representative in Lok Sabha. This 81 says means public of this country is required to constitute Lok Sabha by their direct vote. This is main article 81 in our constitution, which we have to understand very well if we want to know this country's governance. But we do not care. This article says that as a voter, you have to elect your representative in Lok Sabha for 5 years, and that person has to work for you in Lok Sabha for 5 years. This is what it says. It doesn't say any specific class of person. Yes, there is criteria fixed for application to Lok Sabha membership. That criteria has to be qualified or to be complied with. That is not a specific one. But question is, if you compare preamble's position and 281, what does it say? Same thing applies to member of legislative assemblies. My contemplation is, as a citizen, am I not eligible to become member of parliament? They say yes, you are eligible. Constitution says there is no restriction, there is no, you can say, hindrance that comes into your way to join member of parliament after having elected to this position by people or by geographical constituency. If you get in that, if you are elected, you have absolute right to become member of parliament, Lok Sabha, or member of legislative assembly of state. Yes, that's right. But you allow something without any resource. How can I go without any resource? Because I have to interact with lakhs of people of this country from that area, so that they know me who I am, what I do, and they accept me, and then they allow me by voting. If that criteria, that method statement, that formula is not given in constitution, which claims that there is certain error caused onto application of that article to public. That is right. That formula is missing. There is a gray area, you can say. This is not a green area, which claims you do like this. This says that you can just constitute Lok Sabha. I can constitute Lok Sabha as voter, and as electorate you can constitute your MP, and as total electorate of this country we can constitute Lok Sabha according to spirit and letters in this article within constitution. That is fine. I'm not law student. I'm ordinary citizen. I am thinking my way. What is interpretation? What is construction of this article? And in relevance to this, many other articles and many other statutes, we have to understand that. If we want to really understand under which framework we have been living in, and we have been governed, or we are governing, both are there. If you say government is governing, I don't agree with this. Government is not governing. Government is not authorized to govern. Government is not empowered to govern. They are only empowered to serve people of this country, because we people are governors. We people are rulers. We people are king. We people are emperors for this country. So government, which we say, government of this country, or state, or legislative body, or judicial body, they are all not governments. They are governing servants. They are servants to govern. They are not governors. We have to analytically understand this. We say government of India, government of governor, or judges, or lawmakers, or president, but ultimately on top of that, endless bulk, if you say perpetual circle, if you say just like we say perpetual rotation, public comes then at topmost point. That is just for purpose of consideration. That is just for purpose of assumption and presumption, as we say in sciences when we study assume, presume, etc., etc. We presume this way. But question is, I want to see that governing service attitude for me. I want to reach that status, but can in my lifetime reach there? That is a question. This means I am somewhere gripped by someone not to reach that position. I can not even dream about becoming Prime Minister of this country or President of this country without certain powers, without having certain useless powers which I do not know how to achieve those resources of power. That is my imagination, you can say. That is my contemplation, you can say, but that is my right. That is my right of equality, right of liberty, right of justice. How can you say that I'm imagining? I am just trying to understand how to find a route to reach that level, because that is my fundamental right per constitution, and because I am citizen of this country, I must have that. How to get that? You may say, I'm talking something illogical. Not at all. When someone can be prime minister, I have also that authority to be prime minister or president of this country. But how? If I contest election, I cannot get votes. If I contest something, I cannot vote because people will not vote me. That is the main thing. This one, I am not related to people. A person in dirty politics, so-called constitutional ill politics or non-constitutional politics, people are more interested in that. Why? Question arises, why? As a citizen of this country, as an electorate of this country, and all electorate of this country are many of them not interested to serve this country by coming into governing body. Everybody got that, but since freedom, since that time constitution was notified, no such stratification is available, no such structure is available that can help you move up to that position. There is nothing as such, just articles. There is no further subdivisions of these articles that can serve a society, that even a lowest person profile like me can reach to that position. Why is that missing? And if it is missing, why we are not bringing in or inserting that power into our system that can bring lowest person to highest position? It should be by logic, it should be by structure, not by chance. Oh, this man by chance became prime minister. No, we want a disruptive management, a management that elaborates how you can reach there. That is the requirement. That is the management principle, that you must have an area, you must have a method, you must have a defined principle that can reach to landing and then top floor of that waste slab and stair. Where is that? This doesn't exist anywhere except in political scandals, political spectrum, which are not defined in Constitution. Our Constitution does not define any political circle, any political spectrum, any political party, any such, you can say, topic, any such chapter which directs you that you join that. This means this political system is fake. We may say political system. This is a imposed system on us, each and every citizen, because certain stratified people do not have any power or do not have any, you can say, thought to see those people who are real owners of this country to come to that level. They just have an interest that these people should stay wherever they are in that slush. And these people only who were very, very important elites, that only should reach to that level. Is this not basic fractious definition that we have to understand? I don't blame Constitution to this one. No, Constitution does not specify any political requirement, any political party requirement, or any such body requirement that should come to power this way. It is a freely defined Constitution that public is required to constitute Lok Sabha. If it says so, it says a lot. But we do not understand a lot. This is difference. We do not want to understand. We do not want to jump to that conclusion because we are not ambitious. Only maybe 1 or 2% people are ambitious in this life. Of course, if you take even 1 or 2% ambitions here, let us consider that way. Let us not consider all. 1 or 2% is also not a small amount. It is 2.8 crore people if you consider 2%. Because we are 140. 1% is 1.4, 2% is 2.8. So say 2 to 3 crore people have or must have ambition to reach to that power. Where are those people? Have they reached there? What percentage of them reached? If you just find out, you will not find anyone from that person Only those people who are less than 0.5%, they are going there. Only if we just take 5,000 MLAs and 1,000 MPs, for example, let us say about 6,000 are required there, and these 6,000, so far there have been 70 years, and 12 years multiplied by 6, means 70,000 people, or you can say 1 lakh people are there who have reached to that goal. This means only these 70 years, 1 lakh people have reached to this goal. This means 1 lakh is what into 140 crores? 1 lakh. In 1 crore is 1%. In 1 crore, 1 lakh is 1%. In 140 crore is 1 over 140%. Do you understand what I mean to say? Means this country in theory is owned by everybody, but in practicality, if you say this is owned by only that 1 over 40% people, 1 over 140% of which percentage people, means it is negligible. This means only a quantified people, I can say a limited number of people are accessible to that governing body. Should we not scrutinize that? Should we not audit this? How we could not reach there as common citizen? Why only certain class of people like Modi, like Rahul, like Indra, like Nehru, like this, like that, and whatsoever, they reach? Why we should not just say Subhash Godse? I'm taking all into that level. Those people who on top power there is that position, and our money is spent on those people, and our money is not spent on this common class or this lowest profile people who has constitutional right, constitutional privileges as well to reach to that level, but failed always, except by virtue of some mistakes or by blessings of these people who are highest on, by someone gets into that position, that is for namesake only. For example, Lal Bahadur Shastri got into that, or maybe 1 or 2% more got into that, but that is by mistake could be, that is by chance could be. A common man is obstructed to reach that position. The question is why? Should we not raise these questions to ourselves? Why? As a qualified person, or not even having any qualification, as a person who has sound mind, should one person not think about this? Should person not analyze about this? Why not? You ask yourself, why not? If this is your country, you are Bharatvasi, you are Bharat citizen, India citizen, is it not your right to reach there? Then how to reach there? Question comes in. How to reach there? You can reach there only when you are elected to that position, from one position to other, and from other to other, and then like that. This means it's very long route. It's first you require to be MP, then you require to be some group leader, and only then you can reach that position. But there is no group specified, there is no group elaborated or mentioned in our constitution. Then why we consider these political parties? My question arises here: political parties are there just for stopping common people to go to that level. This means political parties' existence should not be justified. Of course, our constitutional framers were very brilliant people. They had vision and foresight. They knew if you just mention political parties into constitution, this shall create havoc for common man. Because common man is distant from political parties. A common man cannot think that I am member of Congress or BJP or CPI or CPM or SP or this all that, because a common man is not there. Only workers are there and leaders are there. Now where is common? How to insert that common man into power of this constitution to become prime minister or president or whatever higher position available there is? That is again a mark of interrogation. Why this has been abused by these powerful people, by this top echelon of our society of political system. I'm calling political system because it is actually not political system, it is constitutional system. Political word is a myth, just like vote to a prime minister is a myth, just like vote to a chief minister is a myth. We do not want to stay in myth management, we want to stay in true management. But how to understand that when we don't understand what is myth and what is reality? What is truth and what is myth? There is a difference. Truth is truth and myth is fiction. We have to check this. We have to examine this. We have to understand this and find where we are. What is our location in society in this country? And there are those who are so-called VVIPs, rank colonials of this country and haves of this country, how they are related together. Common man and middle class are down the hell, down this. Nobody considers them something. And those haves, not haves, and these politicians, these top Angolians, they are group one, and there's another group which is middle class and lowest class. They are group two. So there's two classes of people living in this country who are looting these lowest class people up to middle class and lowest profile people, and they are living their own as icon of this country, icon of this country, medallion of this country. Should we permit that? You may be PhD, you may be a doctor, you may be engineer, you may be expert, you may be anything, you may be any skill, you may be any power to understand to do one, but you cannot be in Anklian position. Those people who are paying them, this house like industries, big industries and all that, they and these Anklians are clubbed together. These house buy them, they are sellable, and they enjoy this natural power of constitution, and we are in service only, serving all this, and shall keep themselves served, and will be their servant forever under this governing management. I am not political student. I am not expert of constitution. I am not expert of politics. I am just a common man and expressing my mind. Keep this in mind. If I cause some error in my speech, kindly excuse me, because I am an engineer and I can think only, I can analyze only engineering my skill and analytical skill I am having because of engineering skill. An engineer cannot be an engineer without having any analytical skill, and that analytical doesn't go only to structural engineering or to some other engineering or formula generation, understanding formula. It goes to social engineering as well. And what I am talking is about social engineering, about national engineering, about political engineering, and governance engineering, because these are also engineering. You cannot say, this is not technical engineering, but it's a system engineering. In system of politics, system, constitution system, a voting system, franchise system, suffrage system, this and that, which is applied in our life, which is imposed upon us by force directly. We cannot pick it up, we cannot point a point and imposing this onto us. This is a big question mark. We have to check it. Why should I always support someone to become prime minister, and why cannot support common man to be prime minister? Why only certain political party be prime minister? Why is on certain why the voting question is that? Am I born to vote this way? My question is that. Many questions about that. Should I accept constitution? Yes, I am bound to accept this constitution. If I am bound to accept this constitution, means this constitution is bound also for me. This constitution must support me. This constitution not work for me, but is it working for me? That's the question. Or this system is working only for people who have money, or this system is working for those people who have power, or this constitution is working for those who are in powerful position. They will be in judiciary, or they will be executive, they will be legislative, they will be anywhere else, somewhere else, or they will be in high office in government. But it's not working for those people who are working class, who are middle class. If this cost is not working for those who are middle class and who are on lowest class, who are more than 95%, it's working all of 3 to 4% people in this country, because 1% will having house and 2 or 3%, or 2% maybe all other equilibrium should work only for those 2-3% people, and 97% are thrown like something garbage trash. Shall we know this? Shall we understand this? Can we analyze this? Do we have that will to know? Do we have the power to decide, power to concentrate on? If we don't have that, why this constitution is there? And then why we think we are Indian, why this? And we should solve this. If I can't reach there. I reach or I don't reach, that's a different issue. I'm not saying that I want to reach there. Question is, I must have that power to reach there. But how to get that power? You say election, go to election. It is easy to say go to election, but it practically is possible. The system has been damaged. The system has been killed by these political parties. They have killed entire system because they knew from very beginning, if they adopt this system in laterals and spread, every person can reach to be minister and prime minister. But they do not intend these two political class and haves never ever intended that lowest profile should reach highest profile in common, in general, in often language. Yes, by chance you reach, that is good luck. By chance you can reach, but you come through our system, and that is political class and haves. This is their system. This is not constitution. Just remember this. Constitutional constitutional system empowers you with certain rights, certain privileges, and certain duties. They are not interested in duties. This top Angloan and political class INFs are interested in power, in rights, but duties apply on to middle class and lowest profile. This is wrong. They are enjoying your lives. You have to do work for them. They are owners of this country. You are servants to them. This is actually happening. Why it is happening? It is happening not because of them. It is happening because of Constitution. And actually, Constitution is not working for them or for us. We cannot say that. Constitution is a paper. It is a book. It is a statute approved by public, but it is not certain soul. It is soul for us to accept this. But that is in letters in a spirit, that is not in machine form, that is not a human form. So we have to accept our powers this from this constitutional book and use them, but there we fail. We fail there. We feel sometimes, oh, sanctioned I got from Supreme Court, judgment I got from Supreme Court, act I got from Parliament, I got this benefit. Why are we excited? You're not getting something unknown. It's already there for you in Constitution. You have to take it from there. You think somebody can come and give you, take Suraj, this is for you. Nobody can come, nobody shall come for that. Why should they come for me? They are not bound to serve work for me. It is my power. I have to take care of this power, just like haves who have money, lot of money of this country, 90% of money of this country they have, or such will be 80%. They are taking this money themselves. I am not going to give them, take this. They have got that much reputation in this country at an international levels that banks give them money. Okay, my dear sir, take this money, enjoy your business. And if you lose this money, thank you very much. NPA we call it. They know how to take money because money attracts money, power attracts power, and knowledge attracts knowledge. And Ankoleans know it very well. They have sold them to these industries and they are in power. This means these haves are in power. These haves and these Ankoleans, these so-called powerful politicians, they are actually one group and we are servant a slavery group. I can extract power from Constitution if and only if I know that power. We are just voicing the slogans, raising all that without knowing anything. Why should I speak that I am Bhaktu Modi or I am Bhaktu Lahul or I am Bhaktu this? Why first of all I should be Bhaktu them? My question is that why I can't become in status of Rahul or Modi? That's a question. You have to answer. Why don't you answer? Why don't you consider? Why don't you contemplate? Why don't you imagine? Why don't you speculate? This is your job. This is your property. Save it. Protect it. But you will not do that. Your money bank robbers take away. Your money prime minister cheats you. Prime minister lies to you. President lies to you. They can sign a document. You just accept that. It's my luck. It's my fortune. Nothing is luck. Nothing is fortune. It's not God's problem. It's your problem. If you cannot protect your interest, it's your problem. Why unions were created? Because of this. Because there is hammers, they will kill you. There's political people, they will kill you to protect you. So there was some fundamental rights. There was some, you can say, a right to protest, and that was union, and there's all that. I am not supporting that you go that way, but question is, you are citizens of this country. You 95% people are debarred from power work, and these 2-3% people are enjoying since then. They have been enjoying since 1947, and before that also they enjoy. Of course, that time is different. World means people are not educated, but now you are educated. More than 60-70% people are educated. Okay, 10-15% people are there who have virtual education, not practical education, not theoretical education, not degree data. But you are also not doing anything. Now, what's the use of your education? Is the education you have decided meant only for employment? That is one part of education. But application of a knowledge, searching out where is the missing, searching out where is your power, searching out what you are required to do, knowing what's your duty and what is right, that is also a part of knowledge that makes you, that force you to think, to check out where you have something to be used by you that you are missing about. Your degree is only confined to book knowledge, not to practical knowledge. Book is one thing, you know the knowledge, but how to apply this is also important. I am not saying that. This is a practical requirement. If you have knowledge and don't apply that knowledge onto practical life, onto your livings, that knowledge is no use. And you have today, when you pass your degree, after that 1 year, 2 years, you will forget all that you studied because you never use that. This happens. It's just like tables and just like countings or just like mathematics or something. You cannot pass mathematics until you have practice of calculation, your practice of solutions of problems. You just read that, stop that, go to examination, you will fail because you did not practice on that. Same thing is life, so mathematics. We have many problems, we have to solve them. This can be scientific problem, this can be engineering problem, this can be social problem, this can be political problem, this can be other problems, family problems, it can be national problem, it can be international problem. We have to search out, we have to study, we have to create an imaginary report of that and find where we are, what solutions we have, what problems we have, what analysis of that, what reporting system at, where we find errors, we don't find out, where we find superfluous system, where superficial system, where find deficient system. We have to see each and every aspect of that, and then we have to decide what we have to do as an individual, as a group of people, as an association, or an institution, or as a body corporate, or as a government, or state, or whatever it is. It's for all society. Bharat is a society, it's a nation, it's for everybody. 140 crore people we are now, and we were 35 crore people at that time. Had we thought of this, then we would have 140 crore people, we would have 80 crore only by now. We had to analyze that time, we didn't analyze, we missed that. Because this people wanted more population, they wanted more votes. That's what criteria behind it. We could not understand the criteria. Now question of problems of 140 crore people have say 35 to 140 means 4 times 400%. We have enhanced ourselves, we have augmented ourselves, and we are happy, and we are saying we have to follow constitution, we have to do all that. It's fine, it's very, very acceptable that you want that. You have ambition for that. But question again remains, where is problem, where is solution? We have discovered a problem. Problem is the system is not erroneous. We are erroneous. You know what I'm saying? Erroneous means there is some deficiency in us. There's some mistake what we have done, and we have to rectify that mistake after knowing there is error. Error means something wrong, and we haven't known that. Known is important. You know that is important. Discovery is important, but you have to set it right now that there was some missing item. We corrected that, infill that, we right item. So the system moves again. Problem is, we keep sleeping, we sleep. There's no problem, you are taking comfort, you are sleeping in your bed or on floor, enjoying sleep, enjoying dream for 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, it's up to you. Or you enjoy your struggle. I am saying struggle. Enjoy struggle. Do you think my English is right? I am saying enjoy struggle. Those are stupid person. Why saying struggle cannot be enjoyed? Struggle cannot be enjoyed. When you were born, that was also a struggle. When you were for 9 months in your mother's chamber, that was also a struggle. When you came out, that was also a struggle. When you were kids, that's also a struggle. But you enjoyed everything. Had you not enjoyed, you will not be constituted, you will not be composed and manufactured. Your chamber will not manufacture you. You can't fail to manufacture. If you was kid, you enjoyed that without knowing where are you, without remembering anything, you enjoyed that. So struggle you consider as entertainment. A struggle is a little teacher. Maybe, of course, you may feel some pain, you may feel some depression, you may feel some, you can say, psychological attack on you, but it is building you. Struggle is your builder. At every stage of life, there is a struggle. Even you are rich, it is a struggle. Struggle of how to keep this money, how to invest this, how to act, I can say progress on this, focus on this. Everything is struggle. It is physical struggle, it is mental struggle, it is depression struggle, or whatever struggle. Struggle is a requirement of life. That country which has no struggle, that country cannot advance. If you just take example of UK and America in those days, hundreds of years back, what they were. Have you ever imagined? Desert, ice desert, snow desert, other deserts. No trees, no crops, nothing. But they struggled. They struggled how? They struggled on seafood, they struggled on animals, they struggled so that they came up. But we were fathers, our fathers, forefathers were too rich, too powerful. They had all natural sources, all natural rivers they had, lakes they had, fertile land they had, sun they had, rain they had all kinds of resources. There was no problem. And we used to say, oh, we had everything. We started lassi drinking, chapati, rice, all that, jalebi, all sweets. We used to enjoy life and we used to sleep after working on fields. After coming out from field, okay, take food in morning, then take food in daytime, and then take food at night, and then take milk, and then sleep, and marry early, and children early, and all that. That was different type of struggle. Actually, we did not struggle. Those people who were in deserts, cold countries, they had to struggle. They had to eat. They had to find how to live, how to survive. And result is they have come up because of a struggle, and we have gone down because of being children of rich parents. This is only difference. So struggling is out. Have you struggled for your rights? Have you struggled for a survival? This is my question. Have you ever noticed that one? You have not noticed that one. You have no struggle, you have no application of mind, so you are sleeping class. You are not sleeping bodily, you are sleeping mentally. You are in actual state of depression. And this is so deep depression, you don't feel it is a depression because you have used to that. You have yourself used to that. You have become a part of system depression. You have become a part of sleep, but it is a system, not actually physically sleep. And so you are in sleeping system. You are in sleeping depression. You are in sleeping constitution. You are in sleeping governance. You are a part of a sleeping nation. Only those top equivalents they are enjoying, political people and these riches, they are enjoying, they are not depressed, they are enjoying their life, they are very happy, but you are not. But you are making them happy, they are not happy because of themselves, they are making because of their foundations, which are you people, you middle class and lowest class. That is only a classified analysis that I have understood. If you have something else, you can explain to me. How long shall you survive like this? That's the question then. My only answer is very limited, and every time it says maybe your answer is different. My answer is same. Until you take power in your hands, that power you cannot pull from someone, that power you cannot from prime minister or president or from these riches. That is not prescribed treatment. That is not prescribed solution. Prescribed solution is available in Constitution itself, which you cannot understand because you do not read that. If you read that, you will understand that. If you read that, you analyze that, you understand that. After all, question is revealed. And question is, my question to everyone is, why I should vote? Why should I vote? Why should I not vote? Why I am voting? Am I born to vote every 5 years? Such type of sequence of questions keep erupting in my mind because I do not allow my mind to sleep. I allow my eyes to close and body to rest because mind can never sleep, mind can never rest, body can never rest. It's your feeling that draws rest while sleeping. So if you understand what I am barking, may say I'm barking, of course I'm barking for you, no problem at all. I respect your idea. You may say I'm barking like dog, but dog barks for certain reasons. Though that reason remains out of his capturing power, same thing applies to me. I am barking you so that you can listen, you can hear, you receive or don't receive, but you can hear. If suppose 10% of you accept me, I'll be successful because someone at least understood when those 3% can rule, at least 10% shall be ready to rule. If not ready to rule, at least they shall think about that. And thinking is also evaluation to rule. If people start thinking, and then another person think, and then another person think, it will accumulate to say 40, 30, 50% people. And if they think like that, we shall have Lebanon, we shall convert to Iraq, we shall convert to Hong Kong, we shall convert to Algeria, we shall convert to Sudan, we can convert to all those revolutionary people, revolutionary, blood-burning people that we are not. We are very big. We are republic, we are democratic, we are socialist, we are secular, we are everything we are, but only in letters, not in practice. And practice is engineering, not letters. If letters are practiced upon, that is called engineering profession. If a treatment is applied on a patient, that is called medical profession. But we are neither having engineering profession, not having medical profession in our society. That is only for treatment, or only for building body, building or roads, etc. Physical development, not our social development. Our social engineering is missing. And that is what we have to take it down. We have to bring back social engineering. And that social engineering engineers everybody is. You have to engineer yourself into a system where you have been thrown out like an electron from an element atomic structure. You are an electron which has been thrown out, you have ionized by another one, and where you have to reinstate your structure, you have to restate your address of electron in your system atomic structure, and only then you can come into back position, into a stable position, a stable electron, not a mobilized electron, and then you can create power of your own, and that power shall be constitutional power. You have to go to that way, you have to accept that way. Though it is very theoretical talk I'm giving, but it's very important one, because based on this relates all other problems that I'm talking about Kashmir, I'm talking about NRC, I'm talking about government formation, I'm talking about presidential states, I'm talking Lok Sabha, all these systems that are a product of your vote. Again, I'm saying, why should I vote? I should vote because constitutional requirement is I have to vote. Constitution says constitute by voting. It does not say what voting. Yes, there is a physical system that you have to just give vote to elect one MP, but practical system is not accepting that. It is actually cheating that. It is actually contravening that. It's violating that practically. Every Lok Sabha election has, I have noticed so far, I've seen so far since I was in since 1971, I've been behind these since a child, by young adults, and this is just to have interest in these elections, what these people talk, how they ask you what. Only I have discovered is that they do not want citizen vote to some citizen or some MP. They want citizen vote to political party or to some nominated leader out of that political party, and that is actual error we are committing, not in constitutional definition, but in our approach. It could be Indira Gandhi, it could be Nehru, it could be Modi, it could be VP Singh, it could be A, B, C, D, E, whatever. They are not interested that your vote should go to candidate. They are not interested in that. They have thrown such an umbrella, such an, you can say, cloud onto your minds. That cloud shades your mind, and you cannot come out of that shade. And this shade is very strong now. They do not intend that you should vote candidate. No political party intends that, because their shops will be closed after that. And you are interested to keep their shops open. They want to curfew your minds. They want to curfew your thoughts. They want to impose their own thoughts onto you, and you are receiving them with great regard. You are not even thinking on that. You are just accepting in emotions, in sentiments generations, and you are accepting that in your token of sign signatures, and this keeps continuing. You have down, they have downed your resistance. You cannot even speak against them. That is another point. It's a horror. A horror is created inside your mind, inside your hearts. If you don't accept this leader, If you don't accept this umbrella, this country shall be over. That kind of frightening system, that kind of threat, that kind of warning has been inculcated into citizenry of this nation. And that citizenry is so innocent, they accept everything. Oh, my Sarkar, my Baap, you are my Baap, no one else. Is this not indication of slavery? Is not indication as it used to work with English people or with other enzymes? All other countries were looted because of this citizen. The Rome ruled Libya, and France ruled some other country, English some other country. These people who had minds, they came out of deserts. They developed their mind because of struggle and they rule others. And we are done away with them. We have ourselves around. Why? So my mind says, don't be slaves of these people who are in top echelon of robbing politics and supported by those people haves, because haves are also using these echelons for their meeting both ends and for looting this country and pulling people's money into their own, and then if they have every wealth from us, what we are, they are everything. So we have to check out here, we have to apply audit here, we have to vet our interests and procedures. That is what is required. Who shall do that? We say all are responsible. And when we say all are responsible, in fact, no one is responsible. That is you can say force which created job description in professions. Previously, no need of you do go and do yourself this. It's your duty how to work this. But it failed because instructor mind and mind of receiver of worker cannot match. Instructor mind is top mind and worker mind is applicable only for certain instructions. So you cannot compare two. A worker and a person who is instructing are distant apart in their mental position. So this failed, and result was derivation of job description empirically or logistically. It is something else, but there was job description. So what we have to do? If you go through constitution carefully, you shall not find any job description of prime minister. You shall not find any job description of president. You shall not find any job description of Supreme Court judges or other judges. You shall not find any job description of legislative body. You shall not find any just from government. It's all assumed, all chartered themselves. They all themselves deciding what to do, what not to do. And public did not define anything since 1950, because public did not know that there is a constitution, and after having known, they have started what it is, how it works. They have not even understood till now how it works, except certain community of law people or professionals of legal profession, you can say. Other professions, engineers, doctors, chartered accountants, advocates, secretaries, company secretaries, all other many other and non-professional disciplines, arts, sciences, and etc. etc. Nobody has any time, nobody had any time to just consider how we are being governed. Who is our governor? Constitution is our governor, Constitution is our ruler, and this is public authored Constitution, this is public empowered Constitution. This means public is our governor, but public is not one, public is 140 crores. This means no one is responsible. No one is responsible. We should not forget that Prime Minister is a governor as well as is a citizen of this country. Similarly, applies to all people. But as citizens, this is anything. But as governors, they keep silent because they are under oath, under oath what? Under oath of secrecy, not under oath talking. They can disclose whatever they want to disclose, accept secrecy, but they shall not disclose. They cannot disclose. They do not disclose their secrets because everything is secret in politics. So how to handle this all issue? We must, when I'm talking descriptively, I must understand where do we stand and how to find solutions based on these explanations. You can say explanation is easy, you can speak, go on speaking and speaking. But logistically speaking, logically speaking, reasonably speaking, fruitfully speaking, and professionally speaking, why I am saying professional, it's not that professional job. It is because your talk, your statement should limit to certain point, should consider that point, consider merits and demerits of point, and then reach some decision, some level of understanding that this is right and this is not right. It should be clear, explicit, without any ambiguity, and then only it can help. That is very significant if we can call it professional, because profession is not only occupation, vocation, it is everything in life. Your body itself is expert professional management that God did work for you, for every creature, for this universe. That is also profession. And if you really understand profession, you have to consider differently. Profession itself is a faith. Profession itself is a religion. Profession itself is something you do religiously. If you go and see what's a bishop and what's a pandit or what's a malvi, they are all professionals. They are profession. They are professing their religion. They are professing practice of their faith. They are professors, professionals, and that's what I'm calling. Our constitution is also based on professionalism. Our country is also based on professionalism. Our society is also based on professional, that is social professional, practical professional, political professionals, you can say governing professional, everything. This means we must have answer in that case because it is a professional approach. And professional approach means it must give you answer based on assumptions or presumptions, or based on facts and based on calculation and based on various considerations and various circumstances which must be kept apprised while you are considering this, and you must get answer of that, and you shall certainly get answer because it's a profession and profession cannot sleep. Profession cannot sleep and profession cannot allow you to sleep. It can force you to get up to rise and answer. That is why we say I'm professional, I'm busy, I'm disturbed. If you are professional, you should not be disturbed. And you can be disturbed only for instance, but not for continuation, not for total time of your work. Very interesting. This means professional application can also be used to, you can say, reduce your depression, reduce your stress and strain. Of course it is. Of course. Iron cuts iron, steel cuts steel, depression cuts depression. And strength helps strength, scale helps scale, power helps power. So you take it both way, positively as well as negatively. People say you are talking negatively sometimes, you are critical, you are always negative comment. No and never. Remember, negative is more significant than positive, and positive is more significant than multiplication, and multiplication is more significant than division, and division is more significant than zero, and zero is most powerful. Negative is more powerful than zero because negative withdraws you to some other areas from exposed area. Positive is exposure. Negative is withdrawal from exposure to a darkness, which darkness doesn't mean you cannot see. That darkness meaning is different. We have abused that meaning. That darkness means you will find secrets in darkness because secrets are always available in darkness. Secrets never intend to reveal its identity to others, and that is why they stay in darkness. But that darkness is not that darkness or black darkness. That darkness is they want to keep concealed from those normal people who are exposed one. So negative is very significant. So we must consider all negative efforts to know value of positive, because negative if multiplied by negative gives positive results, and negative if added to negative gives more negative power. We have to take it this way. It is very significant. Of course, I'm not talking philosophically. I am talking very arithmetically, mathematically, scientifically, engineering wise, so that we get engineer society. Now, for example, I go back to again Article 81 of Constitution of India, Bharat. Back to business cities. I mean to say what this talk. You are required to vote. Yes, you are required to vote. I'm happy with that. You are required to vote to whom? You are required to vote to some person. And that person is one of out of many person in that list of your electorate, your area. It could be constitution of Lok Sabha, it could be constitution of It can be constituency, or you say constituency of Lok Sabha, constituency of assembly, or whatever else. You are required to vote a person who you think is good for you. There is no specific criteria qualified in that or prescribed there, but it doesn't state that you are confined. It doesn't state otherwise. Yes, there is no explanation, there is no qualification clause in that your MP should be like that to accept age or status of mind and nationality. Other than this, there is no description, no parameter fixed by constitutional writers, authors, powers, but space is left for you to fill in. That is not in dotted lines, that is in assumptions and presumptions and contemplations. Only intellectuals can understand. You can fill that yourself. Who stops you? There is no barricade, there is no concord, there is nothing. You are free to consider this qualification I need. There may be 50 candidates in one constituency, or there may be 2 candidates, or not even one, but you fill that. But your mind is already filled with septic structure, with serious understanding, which you can say containment of your stool and urine there, that I want to vote for certain alien political party. I mean to say, or certain person whom you do not know. There is no idea, there is no feedback to you regarding persons who are in contest, race, or in race to your MP position. This may come from purpose. Your mind is set. Oh no, I have not to elect this person, I have to elect this prime minister. Or I have to elect this political party so that they constitute a government. This is a clashing idea actually. Those people who designed this constitution for us, they were very brilliant people. They were not ordinary minds. They interacted within their minds, brainstormed within their minds of individuals, and then interactive brainstorming among that committee members of constitutional drafting, designing. They interacted themselves for months how to reach this solution, because sometimes you have to write very simple article, but that is based on many considered complexities, which result into simplified articles, and that is what happened here. These people could simply insert that you go to this political party, and they can say there shall be some political parties like this, but they all condone that. I of course I assume that they must have conferred during their discussions or brainstorming pre-article text, but that is no value now. Only value is what's written in this article. So current mandate in this article, and mandate says you have to elect your representative member of parliament for Lok Sabha, and it is up to you. It is up to your charter decision, your charter, what you want as an individual, and then as an electorate of that area. You just think that way. Why you jump to conclusion to elect some person from political party or some person who is contesting for MP, or sorry, prime minister? No one is contesting, no one has any authority, any constitutional power that prime minister should be elected or should stand in election, contest election, and no political party can contest election. It is only candidate enlisted in that area list that these are proposed candidates, and you have to elect either of them or none of them. This is our system. If we do not understand this, we just jump to conclusion, oh, this man should be prime minister or this political party must be in power. As far as I am concerned, just you are jumping somewhere and you come down to earth. For what you are jumping? Why? Why you are jumping? Why are you not stable mind? Why don't you sit on ground and see these people who they are? You never see that. And these people know you will not see that because your brains have been filled with dust since 1950. I am not blaming any party, everyone I am blaming, and I am blaming citizenry. Yes, you did not understand that time how to read constitution. You were not very good in English or other language, and you had no time because you were too busy people, more than Japan and more than American and more than other people who are advancing a lot, and you are too busy. Individuality is too busy, that time was too busy. So you had no time at all. No problem. We excuse all this. We ignore all this. We condone all this. No, not a problem at all. You had no time. The time has gone past. This history. No meaning. Even if you consider that it's not fruitful. So let us see what is future. Why you worry about that? So gone, it's gone, it's gone. Khali bali. We have to create now. Now it says we are educated class. Yes, we are. We are objective people. Yes, we are. We have a nation. Yes, we are. We have to establish a government. Yes, we are. We have to constitute a prime minister. Yes, we are. So we have to vote. No, not we are. I should say. You have to vote, but not for what I said just now. You have to vote to elect your agent in Lok Sabha. You're saying you're calling agent? Yes. What's the problem? Agent. What does agent mean? Agent means representative. Do you understand that? Agent, when I say agent, you consider broker, you consider property agent, you consider political agent, you consider money broking agent or commission agent. No, that is your limited knowledge. You are just using a word with another word because you are used to that. You have been taught like that. Agent is very respectable word. I am explaining to how. Who am I? Let us say I am an engineer. I am a project engineer. I am working on site or in office and doing work for project. This project is not mine. I have been deployed by someone. This means I am employee or I am consultant based on fee. But there is a person who is owner of that project. I call them owner, who is owning everything for this project, land and money and funding and everything. What capacity then I am having in relation to that owner? That owner employed me, let us say, as an engineer to work on this, or a site agent. They call in English language, they call my representative in whatever position. So I can be representative of that promoter or of that contractor or of that builder or of that owner. Means that owner or that engineer or that promoter or that builder cannot come to site to sit only for that project. In that case, by virtue of law, that person passes on or delegates his that part of responsibility to this specific person. Who am I? And I am then called agent, from agent on behalf of promoter or agent of the contractor or agent on behalf of builder or agent on behalf of government or agent of, so I am called representative there, site representative, site agent, project agent, owners agent, or by whatever designation. So agent exists there. This is the representation, nothing else. So that person, contractual form is my principal, and I am trusted agent. Agent or trust, you can say. But trust act doesn't apply there, so we call it agent. So MPs are my agent because I delegated them, because of constitution clearly says they are representative. People's representative clearly says they are representative, means they are agent. Agent is my agent. That agent is electoral body agent of that constituency. So that person is agent to every voter constituted within that constituency, or all voters on roll, as well as all citizens who are not voters for their own roll. That person represents or agents everyone. If that is the case, if constitution says that is case, what should I do? If that is case, forget that prime minister shall be elected, forget government shall be constituted. Just remember that you have to elect your agent, you have to appoint your agent by your vote, and that is an exclusive demand, that is an exclusive requirement, that is an exclusive definition which you have missed so far. If you have missed so far, it doesn't mean you made a mistake. Yes, you were ignorant about this information. You were not having any value of this parameter. You didn't understand what our Article 81 said, because you never try to understand that. No problem at all. What has gone, cannot be recalled back or amended. Think for future. Can you think for future? Do you think it's good, or I am just barking? I'm asking again. If you think I am barking, no problem. You bark yourself. Bark is not something bad. It is something good, because you are at least exhaling your energy. You are at least you can say withdrawing your energy from your body and releasing it to air. Something is going out of your body, so you'll be, of course, little depressed. No problem at all. You are releasing energy. Very simple it is, very simple to understand and to apply, very, very simple. But we have made it complicated, unnecessary, redundantly, no need at all, because of Achillean requirement, because they wanted to fulfill their ambitions and they used us for that always. And they created such circumstances that you think that they are your everyone. If they are not there, you are not there. They just created scenes like that. If I am not there, you are not there. If we don't exist, this country doesn't exist. This is that number one group of haves and politicians or accolades. And number two group is middle class and downtrodden. They are upper and we are down. We are always force them. They always force us to compress, and die. They forget that world never remains same. Everything is cycle. History repeats itself. Nature repeats itself. Every tree is a new tree every day. Every sunlight is new sunlight every day. There are air changes. There are mind changes. There is body changes. They forget that. They think this is my father's property. Being Achillean and have not is my birthright. I is my basic right. You have no right onto this. Down people, remain our modern slaves, remain our professional slaves if you want to enjoy your life, or vote us, just that is your job. Vote to us and forget us. Vote to us and excuse us. Our business is to extract vote from you by whatever method we can apply onto you, because you are object. You are not human being. You are object. Believe me, every voter is object in this country. For politicians, not for me. And you have accepted that status of being object. You will laugh on this. You will criticize on this. Yes, you can do. Because you are object. You cannot answer, you cannot speak, you have no voice. If you have voice, you are not object. It is up to you to continue remain object or to open your object mind. Object can open mind only. Either there should be software in this robot, or you yourself are human being. So you decide what you want. You want to allow all those Achilleans to stay in power and this house now, or you want to govern them. That is the point. You want to be governed by them, or you want to govern them. Both questions are there. Do you want to be under them forever, or do you want to keep them under? Which one is better for you? You have to decide. As a voter, it is a big responsibility to contemplate this way. Shall you contemplate? Shall you understand what I'm talking about? After all, this is my property. I want to manage this property. If 98%, 97% people cannot manage this, only 2% can manage this, then who is at fault? Do you understand? Yes, you can understand very well. But you are coward people. You are not open-minded. You are not broad-minded. You are narrow-minded. Very, very narrow mind only. Very narrow mind. You cannot come out with explosive thought contemplation. You want to throw your power out to some people, which may be 5 or 10 in power, out of whom you want to elect one prime minister, and that is a real cause of problem in this nation. Constitution demands don't elect prime minister, don't elect government, elect your agent. But you cannot understand that, because You do not read document. You do not concentrate. You only shout, 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 shout. That is the real problem. Start thinking this way for 2 terms at least. Start your mind change. Start thinking change. Forget religion, keep aside. Forget caste, keep aside. Forget everything else, keep aside. Think this is my country, Bharat, constitutional Bharat, constituted Bharat, legal Bharat, and my Bharat, my property, my ownership. You will change nation. I every time say think for Bharat, not for politicians. Think for Bharat, not for riches. Think for Bharat, not for looters. Think for Bharat, think for public, think for masses. This is my design. People always say I am speaking against BJP, I am speaking against Prime Minister, I am a congressman, I am this and I am that. Small mind people, unsound mind people, people who are not able to logically analyze, those people can talk like this. But I excuse them, I forgive them. It is not their fault, it is fault of their capability, their understanding, their managing system. Let them enjoy that system. I don't mind them. Of course, those people are very, very highly qualified, but they qualified some field they did not qualify, they did not develop their mind to think other way around. When you qualify some field, you qualify mind actually, not that field. You have set information put into your mind, develop that much that you can further generate that, you can further brainstorm that to get more and more and more information regarding that field, and that field makes you so strong that you can generate your mind to think of other fields like system of politics, system of constitution, public service, public engineering, nation engineering, and all that. That comes automatically if your mind works. It is not necessary to go to university or somewhere to understand what is politics, what is civics, what is economics. Yes, you cannot become expert of that, but at least you understand what is that. Just like when you some building, people say, "Oh, I can do this building, I copy this." They can copy that building construction, but they cannot copy this design. They can't copy that dream who designed that building. They can copy that. They cannot copy soil. They cannot copy so many things, but they can produce same building physically, and that's what's happening here. We every time elect government, we say we elected prime minister. No, my dear boys, my dear girls, you do not elect prime minister. You cannot elect prime minister. If you read constitution, it is very, very, very clear that prime minister is not in chapter. Prime minister is just one identity, and prime minister does not require to be elected. Prime minister is just the appointed by president of this country and nothing else. And it's up to president to ensure himself that this prime minister can handle Lok Sabha, because prime minister is Lok Sabha head, prime minister is Lok Sabha leader, head president is speaker. This point, if you understand, prime minister is not bound by some political party. Remember, it is not mentioned. It is not mentioned in our constitution. There is no mandate as such that prime minister is majority party or no. It's not that. You read Article 74, you will understand that there shall be a council of ministers and at head shall be a prime minister to report to president. That's all. Council of ministers is governing council for this nation to advise to president to act. That is what constitution is. Prime minister is not a separate identity, but a head of council of ministers. Virtual head. Execute head, not statutory head. Statutory constitutional head is president. Do we know this? Except some law people. Do you understand this? What does it mean? It means there is no basic post, there is no prime post, there is no independent post of prime minister in our constitution. Our constitution is governed, there's an executive government headed by president of this country, which people say is a rubber stamp. A person who is really powerful is president. because without signatures or orderly signatures of president, nothing can move. But virtual power, Prime Minister enjoying, because Prime Minister has to suggest or advise Council of President, and without Council of Ministers advice, without Council of Ministers advice, President is unbound. He is bound to work according to advice received from Council of Ministers, and only once objection can be raised, but second time objection cannot be raised. This is our method. Then what should we do? When there is no independence to Prime Minister, why are we so worried? It is not that I am worried or you are worried. System is being abused. It is abused. Political parties and these accolades whom I am alleging upon this with this house, that they have captured our system. They have captured our constitutional powers. These people never ever want that a common man or a middle class man should come directly to become prime minister of this country or ruler of this country. Otherwise, practically can say, they want to keep that power to themselves, and that is the reason these political parties were generated. Constitution never demanded any political party, but these have been generated for purpose of management. They say they are like companies, like organizations, and nothing else. But we have made them government, BJP government, Congress government, or Modi government, Indira government, UP Singh government. This is our falling standard. This is our power management. This is our foolish understanding of constitution. Constitution is still speaking same thing. We cannot hear. Constitution is still directing you, do this, but you are not doing that. That is a problem. If you follow constitution and vote accordingly, you will change this country. That Acolian and this house do not intend. Just my one question to you, if you understand that. For example, BJP or Congress. When BJP is in full swing, if you want to be MLA, if you want to go to be elected as MLA, or you want to be elected as MP, you are paying donations or money to that political party. To my knowledge, BJP nowadays charges 6 to 7 crores or 10 crores or even up to say 15, 25 crores for allowing election to take ticket to some person, let's say, to be candidate for MLA. Crores and crores are charged. And for MP, again further crores are charged, say 25 crores, 10 crores they charge for granting ticket of party. Question is, why? Do you ever think that? Why should they charge this money from a candidate who is going to, if elected, join assembly or parliament? Is it given in constitution like this? Is it written like this? Is there such mandate? There is no such mandate. Then why are they charging? They will say it is party donation. Yes, it is party donation, but why, from where that honest man, that honest candidate, so claimed honest candidate and dedicated candidate to serve this nation, bring that money and give you from here? Should we not consider this point? Once I am going to constitute this country in further management, I'll run this country, I'll help this society, I'll help my causes, I'll help my state, I'll help my nation. And I spend this much money, my hard-earned money. On what basis shall I spend? From where I shall get this? This means this additional point is there which is erroneous. You should consider this practical approach as erroneous. If I am able to get that much money to get ticket, then I spend on election also 4 or 5 times of that. So that much investment I should do. This means that investment comes from that habits. These habits and these accolades are in the same boat. Because haves want to rule that's accolades, and accolades want to stay in power given by these lowest people. And this is equation. If we can understand this, If I am going to vote for such candidate who is spending crores and crores and crores on election, then why should I think for that person? Why should I vote to that person? That question comes to my mind. If that person invests that much, I can assume he shall work for country or for me. If I assume that, there's something wrong here in my mind. I'm a sick person. I should go to some psychologist and treat it. Why should money spent by candidate? Question is rising. Why? But they are doing it and we are voting them. They know if this person is powerful in society, if he is not there, you cannot win this seat. So we are there being used, you can say, by hoax that just vote to this person is best on because I am saying as Prime Minister or Chief Minister, this person is best for this state or for nation. You vote. Means I am voting because when someone is saying. I am not voting based on my analysis of that person, what character that person is, what education that person have, what background that person have. I am not going to that. One, what that person thinks for my area, for my nation, for my state. I'm not thinking about that. What that person thinks about constitution, how much that person knows about it. All these I am not asking them. I do not want to ask. These man, Rahul's man, Congress man, BJP, vote him. You know result? You do know result? In 2019, everybody knows 233 MPs after 544 are having criminal backgrounds. Only because of this. And you want to promote this? Promote it. Let 545 be from criminal background. Who bothers? This means it is not constitution which is at fault. It is you who are at fault. It is your foolishness that is at fault. Because you are not having any scrutiny, any audit on CV of that candidate or of that caliber of candidate, but you are just assuming that Modi shall rule another 5 years, or Rahul shall be there in power, or BJP should be in power, or Congress should be in power. More than that, an encapsulation, you have no other criteria, and that is cause of problem. Modi has thought that I am only the reliable person in this country. If I am not there, BJP is not there. If I am not there, Congress is there, and Congress is BJP is there. This is there. Both are just conflicting each other and also together. Both way. They are conflicting in public, but otherwise they are together because they are in equilibrium position. They don't come out of that. And based on these people who are having monies, both are together, all are robbers, you can say. Robber in the sense of robbing votes. I'm not saying robbing of money, actually, robbing your votes, robbing your sentiments, robbing your emotions, robbing your 5 years, robbing your opportunity, robbing your constitutional power. Am I wrong? If you feel I am wrong, thank you very much, no problem. But I will speak like this because I analyze this. That this is our problem. Best thing is forget all these political parties, forget all these prime ministership candidates. Just concentrate on candidate, or come yourself as candidate, no problem. You have to spend only some money for security and filling a form cost, and you can say, for example, publicity pamphlets or A4 size 2 or 3 papers which you just print out for yourself and distribute to people. Meet them. I say meet them. If you are a candidate, it is your duty to tell your electorate that I am there and I am this. See my CV, see my record, see my history, verified history, and I am signing this that this is my CV. I have interest in doing for this constituency this and for this nation this. You can examine me, you can interview me. I will be here once a week in before election, and whenever is required I'll be here frequently to you to respond to and to take your problems. That is what is required for this highest position, MP or highest position state MLA. Is this very big requirement? If I want to join a junior engineer or junior doctor or some other profession, clerk or a receive your assistant like that, I have to appear in examinations and then I have to in interviews and I have to wait for many years to join. So this is highest position of working government, of servicing government. Should we not consider this way? Should we allow everybody unknown to go to parliament or to assembly? If we do that, it is our problem. It is not constitution problem. It is not Ambedkar's problem. It is not problem of those writers, not Gandhi's problem, not Subhas's problem, not anybody's problem. It is our problem as electorate, as stupid citizens. And if we consider we are brilliant citizens, we are intelligent citizens because we threaten all these accolades. Cleons, VVIP, remove all vehicles, VVIP is coming. My country, my money, my tax, my power, my vote, and these are VVIPs who do nothing for this country. They enjoy all facilities provided by me and they don't answer to me what I ask for. They don't even come to me and tell me that I have done this for you. Only doing election speeches, shake hand, wave, and this, and be backbiting each other, open fighting with each other. Congress is bad, BJP is bad, this is that, all this irrelevant. No, you stop. And we trust that, we live with that. Hindus in 90%, Muslims 20%, this so many percent, this man enjoying, this man. No, don't compare all this. Just check these people are enjoying. These Ambani, Adani, Dalmia, Tata, Phata, Ghata, Mata, where are they? And these all mad prime ministers and politicians who are in that class, they don't want to come out of that class, but that class is full of those people who could never qualify in a clerical examination and they are there. And this talk, accolades and money people have abused us always and still abusing us. And we are happy. We are fighting together. Why? Modi has done this, he has done that, he has done this, and he has done that. Why are we fighting together? Why? What's the reason? What's the logic behind that? Why should I worry about these? What they have given me? Have they given to me in my country something? Oh, Modi has done this, and how they not do this? He is a pappu and he is a gappu. I am not interested in this. Again, I stress and stress with complete elastic modulus, with complete modulus of rigidity. That I have to think for nation. Bharat, Bharat, Bharat. I am not to think for Modi, Rahul, Indra, Sonia, Gunia, Ponia, Monia, or all. I have not to think for that. It is my country. I am citizen. I have a constitution. I have to comply by that. I least bother about Hindu. I least bother about Muslim. I least bother others. I bother about public of this country, who is citizen of this country, who is having power of this country, who is thinking for this country. I worry about them. I am not a Pandit, I am not a Baniya, I am not a Sudra, I am not a Putra, I am not a Kudra. I am nothing. I am a human being, citizen of this country. I have to think for this country only, not for political party, not for prime minister, and not for, but for my elected person, my person to be elected. That criteria, that consideration, that philosophical idea, if I keep in my mind and vote accordingly, believe me, I can guarantee you this country shall change in 5 to 10 years. But they will not allow this. Not at all. They have many frauds management like EVMs, like their own people in independent positions, in neutral positions, and they want to keep them so installed, planted in power forever. This power shall be there forever for them, and you will be voting for them without any understanding why to vote. And that is why question arises: why should I vote? For whom should I vote? What is meaning of this vote? Is there some meaning or there is no meaning? If there is no meaning, why I think of vote? Why I waste time? Why our money is wasted if our vote is going to only these applications? and to these money's people. If this vote is not reaching to middle class and to lowest class, why should we vote at all? Is that not a point to understand, to really evaluate why should I vote? Because these votes make something for you. This vote creates a corporation of, you can say, not even corporation, you can say a body politic of Lok Sabha, which is a body that rules this country, which is a body on which is dependent government at central level and judiciary at one level and public at one level and everything at one level. This is the greatest body. You can say if bad people are there, this government shall be bad. If good people are there, then we should have president, then we should have there will be good government and everything. But we do not intend that. We just want to see, you ask people, Modi is there, except Modi, no Modi is there. Congress is there, except Congress, nothing. This is combinedly foolish statement, contemplation, and people must understand this. Problem is that I'm talking in English. That's another problem. It's not that I don't know Hindi. It's not that. I speak in Hindi also. But my Hindi is not that level of Hindi which you people expect. My Hindi is professional Hindi. Just to communicate, and English is also professional. I am not very good speaker. My English is not very professional. It is just a communicative, working based. Because I do not waste time in extracting grammar and translation and accurate and punctuation and this and that. I just want to communicate to a common person. And that is what its purpose is for. English is not my master. I am not slave of English or Hindi. Question is, you should know what I am talking about, and I should know what you are getting about. I can be wrong. Of course, you can check it. I am not master of this, but I want to use my mind for this so that you get benefit of that and I get benefit. Of my benefit is that country is amended. My benefit is good government is there. My benefit is good representatives are there. That is my desire. And everybody should have the desire. I know I cannot become Prime Minister, I cannot become MP, but you can be. It doesn't mean if I could not be, you cannot be. But you should be capable for that, and that is only what I am talking about. I am interested in public awareness. I am interested, people should know what they are doing. Do not do in dark. Because usually it's my bad habit to talk to youth and to people what they know about what they are talking or thinking of. They do not know anything. Many people do not even know what is constitution. Educated people do not know, forget about others. Those people who are doing MBA, who are doing graduation, who are doing master's degree, who are doing engineering, who are doing doctor degree, many of them, and you can say 90% of them, are unaware about all these legal documents, constitutional documents. They are not sure about that. They do not know. They are just so busy. Okay, you are busy in your education time, I agree, but in your professional time, when you have got some education, you have got into some maturity level, you have started your career, at that time, it is not your duty to just think about what rule you are governed by. Don't you think so? It's necessary. You're just interested. Oh, somebody asked me, did you vote? I said, no. You did not your duty. Who told you not? Not to vote is also a resistance. Not to vote is opposition to a current regime. Do you understand that? That you should have noted, or you should have voted nota. Yes, you are right. I agree with you. I support you that I should have voted to nota. But which nota? You say there's a nota, none of them out. This is on list. But if I know those people who are there, I can check them. And if I intend to reject them, I can say nota. But do I know them? I am not rejecting everyone. I cannot reject. I can reject only when they are not acceptable, when they are not competent. It may be party people or it may be independent people who told me that this is CV of these people. Either one of them or every one of them gives me a paper that this is what I am, or I get through some government department or state department or authority, for example, election commission, they should tell me what these people are. How can I know who they are? If I do not know them at all and forget political, I'm not interested in any political party. I will just check these independents because I reject all independent, all in these political parties because they are sold people and they are bought people. Political parties buy them and sell them. So these are just commodities. But for independent, particularly free people, particularly, I should know about them. If I don't know about them, I have no right to say no. Maybe people are good and I should have voted them without thinking that that person shall be elected or that person shall not be elected. That is not my outlook. That is your outlook. Why should I reject some independent good people if they can serve better than this political party people? They have equal right to come to power, to come to MP level or MLA level. They have every right. So I can vote to them if I know about them. Everybody should be given a chance. I didn't have a chance. I had some problems. You can have a chance. You are young. Who stops you from that? No one stops you. But you would not do that because political party. I want to see Modi in PM position. This is a virus inside voters' mind. Because you are not thinking for a nation, you are thinking of political party or you are thinking for a person. That is cause of every evil in this political system, in this constitutional system. Constitution says something and you are doing something else. That's the problem. It's a clash, you can say, lack of coordination, of understanding of articles. And that is the reason that system is dropping and these people are rising. Stage has come where constitution is not regarded. This is happening. No, it's a fact. You can criticize me, no problem. Thank you very for criticizing. You can attack me, no problem. You attack me formally by words or by writings. You can abuse me, no problem. It is not your fault. It's your abusive power is coming to you because you lack of understanding, you lack of knowledge, your lack of intellectual. Your intellectual has been oppressed by these people, by these politicians, by these top actors. They have suppressed your minds. Just like happened in 370 article issue, they suppressed your mind, they oppressed your minds, they have distanced you from facts. This is their achievement. They have that much capability that kept you distant from facts of JNK, and same thing for NRC, and same thing for many other political issues, and same thing from an RTI. They keep you distance. They can keep you distance, but remember, they cannot remove you. Remember that. They can take you back. They cannot take you advance. And you are back. You have no resistance. You move backward. When Modi says you move backward. Oh, Modi, 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 Modi. That is a problem. Means he wants to stay about your mind. This person wants to stay on your mind so that you cannot use your thinking waves. Just stop here. Don't take further. This is what Ecologian says. These are Ecologians. They say like that. Not speech, but they indirectly lead you to that level. What a dangerous system is evolving, remote. Believe me, it's a very, very dangerous situation. It's like a blaze. It's like electric shock. If you feel it, and if you don't feel it, you are in your way. If you don't learn, world is changing politically, world is changing, many countries are changing because their mind is not oppressed or captured like mind has been captured here. Small countries are managing very well. They are bringing down the governments. Many governments have been brought down from England to Lebanon to Israel to Algeria to Sudan to Hong Kong and to America and to everywhere. There has been a turmoil, and in Europe, many countries are in turmoil. Italy is in turmoil. Why don't you see that circle, that curve around us? And we are now standing in a location where we are very happy after suppressing rights of people, after killing people, after destroying our economy, after destroying our nation, after these people have looted us. We are all happy. Modi, 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 and if no Modi, Congress, 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 Congress. Fabrication, fictitious managements, robbing and looting management, stealing management, every management which you can call anti-national management. Kill people, mobilize people, loot banks, rob people, just only thing savings is just get votes. For votes, these applicants can do anything because they know your vote must go to them and not others. And if go to others independents, they will buy them. If they are not getting seats, best way is buy them. Finish. Very simple. Because you have to stay in governing body, that is most important. I don't care how many people are killed. I don't care who gets lost. I don't care if people have money or no money. I don't care whether commit suicide or don't commit suicide. I least bother about that, but I just bother why government must be there or I do this with you. If that kind of mind blowing happens, where shall you stand? I don't care Hindu Muslim, let them fight together. Let them fight together. Let them kill each other. Let them speak against Jammu and Kashmir people. Let them be silent. Let them fight together. All this, because of votes. How do you say that? It's injustice. Your mind accepts this. Do you think so? Your mind accepts that 1 crore people are suppressed, oppressed by none of their fault, because some people are bad among that, and you accept every injustice comes to them. That is what your philosophy is. It is intellectual philosophy or it is devil philosophy. Do you know that? Why are you becoming part of devils? Why don't you understand your responsibility, your obligation, your work to be done to this nation as Bharat? Why are you becoming slave of political parties? Why are you becoming slaves of these leaders, these prime ministership leaders or ministers? Why do you accept their slavery? This is slavery. They are looting your country and you're silent. They are killing people and you're silent. They are dividing their rights and privileges and you're silent. Same thing applies to you. If British did right to you, they looted your money, they looted your power, they looted your country, they were good. Same thing others did. So where is difference? Again I am saying, understand everything. Don't be mad. Don't be slaves. Do not be a part of middle class and lowest class and let these people enjoy this accolade and these monies people, these haves who are managing this country indirectly using your vote. Intellectualism doesn't work if you cannot think. There is no meaning of education if you cannot understand. This country is not slave to anybody. This country is not owned by these political people. They are all robbers, I can say. They rob my vote, they rob your vote, they buy my bank, they run away, and nobody cares for that. Just we are taking action. Actions will it down. Course, legal course takes time. Very good excuse. Your case is not decided in 25 years, in 30 years, and you die. What's the use of that case then? Judges are not serious about that. Legislative people are not serious about that. Executive people are not at all serious. Who shall solve your case? If your case is to be solved after your death, what meaning that judgment got for you? Shall that judgment be notified to heaven or hell? You can benefit of that. Strange. No one is serious. Since my childhood, I am watching when there were some cases we used to take 3 years for small, simple rent cases in 1980 or 75, 76, I think. It used to take 3 years, 4 years in sessions court. Now it is 20 years. If you go to high court, your case won't be heard in 10 years. So where is judgment? Where is judiciary? Why it is not reformed? Because of your vote. Government does not want that judiciary should move efficient. It's not this government, every government. I am blaming equally to past governments because they were also part of echelon. They were not part of poor society. They were not part of middle class. They were all part of these money-based industries as well as politicians, which are all combined team, and middle class and lowest class is all another team. Both teams are fighting. That team is powerful, but that powerful coming from your vote, and you are giving that power every time. You cannot think to bring your people, to bring independent people to Lok Sabha, to assemblies. You are not thinking that way, which is a breach of your, you can say, your patriotism to the nation. You are not patriotic, you are submitting yourself to these political echelons and rich people. You are submitting to themselves and not to your nation, and this pinches you, let it pinch you. I don't care because I am thinking for Bharat development, not for political party development or for this industrialist development. Why should I think for them? I am not their slaves, but you have acted like slaves since 1950. Congress was there, yes, they were not patriotism, they were patriot to political positions, but not to public. They did not good any, they did not ever devise a system by use of which every common people should come to Lok Sabha. Same thing, they are more super power. These people in power now, they do not want to see you in Congress. This means constitution is not working to their requirement. Constitution is open, it gives you power, but you are afraid to take power. You are even afraid to speak against these people. You are even not able to raise questions, and that is the problem. If you cannot raise questions, who shall raise questions for me? It is you who have to raise questions. It is you have to raise the voice. If you cannot hear a voice, who shall come for you? No one shall come your way. Nobody is your servant. Nobody is free for you. Why should someone talk to you? It is you to talk. If one talks, then other talks, then third one talks, then fourth one talks. A sequence is created because we are crowd managed people. We are not professionals. We are not intellectuals. Constitution says that you have to be intellectual. You have to follow scientific principles. You have to lead this nation. You have to work orthodox free, paradox free. You have to work based on logic, on scientific principles, on education. You have to take this country to higher levels by scientific development. But you are developing only political ills, political, you can say illegal people. Those people who are not qualified that position, they are working, they are enjoying their life, and those people who vote them, they are down. They are every day falling down. It's for everyone. I am sorry for those people who devote themselves to some political people. Really, those people are, you can say, like animals. They cannot think. It is your country. It is not Modi's father's country or Rahul's father's country. It is your country. You have to think for this country. I can die, you can die. These people, your country shall keep on moving. It's forever. So why don't you improve this country by vote? Why don't you elect people by vote, excluding political parties? Why don't you have courage to elect independent people? Why don't you have courage to talk to those people or to float your own candidates into elections? Why you can't do that? That is just example you can say. What happened in Banaras this time, Varanasi, where Prime Minister was contesting. A person of Prime Minister level was threatened by one person. One person, and that also from retired army. That person threatened that person of Prime Minister level. And that Prime Minister person was so powerful that he stopped that person by hook or by crook from contesting. This is a clear example that what a common man can do. I don't care what happened after that, but question is, these political people, these crooked people can be threatened by a common man. And they know it very well. And that's why they befool us. They befool us every time. We have to elect member of parliament or MLAs, but they force us to elect either party or to prime minister. And we are misled. And we are emotionalized, we are sentimentalized, we are moved, we are saved, and we vote for them. They say, used to say, Atal Bihari Sahib used to say, get up early morning on this day of election, take bath, do this, and get ready for everything after prayers, go to polling booth and cast vote for BJP. He never said cast vote for your MP. Indira Gandhi never said cast for MP. She said that this man is good, but you cast for me. And in MLA's election, he used to spread pamphlets from helicopter say, strengthen my hands. Mean is same. Meaning is same. Congress, BJP, both are same home, same coin, same currency, same power. This time you and this time me and this time you and this time me. Let people go to hell. People go to hell because they are always in hell. We have to come out from this hell. This is what I want to tell. But people are not interested to hear. It's a problem. They think I am enemy. I am talking against Modi. I am talking against BJP. And when I used to talk against Congress in 2008 or 2007 or 2006, you go and see my records, you'll find I was called BJP man. I was called this man. The, either you are with BJP or we are your Congress and we are this regional party. Either we are Shiv Sena or we are someone else. Means why do you want to confine people into this spectrum? Is BJP plus Congress Bharat? Or these political parties made this Bharat? Why we are talking of them all time? Why do you say Modi Modi or Rahul or this or that? Why? They did nothing for this nation. They are enjoying power only. They are false promises. They are fake statementers. They hoax. They issue for futile statements. They promise complete fertility. You can say lack of fertility. They are not interested in public development. They are only interested in their development. They claim I stay for 50 years in power. What does it mean? Why do you want to stay in 15 years? Why don't you allow public to stay in power? You think if I am there, I am public man. You are not public man. You are political man. You are echelon. You are top echelon. You are not ordinary people. When ordinary people comes to power, you will be out from power forever. And that's what I want to see. But it is public that has to act. It is not myself alone. I can only advise. And maybe this advice is not useful for you, but someone will think. Sorry to say, we cannot change this country because you all have been leaving this nation to some people. You handle this, we are sleeping. And you say army is working for us, security as security, and we are sleeping. Yes, right. They're doing their job. They're your guards, they're your protectors. But are you meant for sleeping? My question is that. You can sleep few hours a day, or 24 hours you are sleeping. Practical means you are 24 hour sleepers. No seriousness for nation, no concern for nation, concern for political parties. Oh, this political party should be for 70 years, this political party should be 50 years. Why? Are you their brokers? Are you their brokers? Are you? Maybe they are paying you, that's why I'm not talking. Means you are not arguing for nation. You are not arguing to remove all rubbish from this political system, from this constitutional system. You are just supporting strength of this kachra. Modi claimed that he will get penalty. He'll get black money. Did he bring back? He didn't bring back. Same thing. Congress promised so many. They didn't do that. This means both are brothers and sisters, brothers and sisters and brothers. We are fooled by them. Why should we fool them? We should decide what we have to do. And what conclusion is that if we want to improve this country, forget these political people, forget them. You have to forget them if you want to change this nation. Because this is a problem of this nation. Every country has political party, we know, but they are not sleepers. We are sleepers. Yes, once we get up out of our sleep, these people shall be set right automatically. That day when they think people have changed their minds, they are bringing in their own people. Common people are entering into Lok Sabha and into assemblies. That day shall be change of complete system in this country, because they will have to bring competitive people. In that case, they will not demand crores of rupees for party ticket and then spend many crores of rupees in elections, because there is no requirement you spend money. Okay, there's a requirement of some limit, that's fine. Party should fund if there's party, or they should take public money from public. Public can fund that to an extent, countries to be amended. Nobody is forcing any candidate to spend money. Okay, you can spend 2 rupees, 5 rupees to this candidate. He can manage his pamphlets, etc. Why to conduct all these rallies and all this? Don't spend money in elections. You say I'm talking theoretical. No, it's not theoretical. Every person who is a candidate should meet electorate by whatever method and tell them what I am, what I my plan, and why I should be elected. If that person can you can say communicate successfully, they can convince people, that person must be supported to be elected to whatever house, MLA or sorry, assembly or parliament, Lok Sabha. If you can do that, it's very simple. Forget political parties. That's all. You have 4, 5, 10, 15 candidates. Check out them and select them. And talk to them and let them talk to you. That person should be sincere, because he cannot run away. He has not taken any advance from government or from you. He cannot run away. If that person works well, in all constituency persons work well, you think country cannot change? These political people shall disappear from seas. All they shall disappear. Who want to change constitution, who want to replace by one. This is their criminal attitude, you see. They want to change that constitution. Who brought them to this level? They want to change that. Why they want to change? Oh, this is Hindu Rashtra. We have to bring Manusmriti. Such a type of stupid, can say, stupid thinking exists there, and we accept that, and we are happy. Oh, this is Hindu party. If Congress comes, Muslims will rule. If BJP comes, Hindus will rule. Such sewage thinking, such sewage politics has come to our system that we have to remove. And we can remove that. It's not very difficult. It's only question of understanding. If we understand that, if you can apply that, if you think intellectually, this can be done. This is not a miracle. This is nothing but how to identify disease, how to diagnose a problem. Once you diagnose this, you can do that. But it is only question of courage. It's only question of initiation. It is question of communication. It is question of uniting together to decide to throw these 30 political parties out of system at least once or twice. If you do that, there shall be no third time. These parties will be set right. They will touch your feet. They will float people outside from your society. They will not break their rebellion. You will not find any Rahul, any Sonia, any Modi, any Modi, any Modi, any Modi, and these TV channels. You will find clean society. People coming from common interest, people coming from yourself, and that shall be called a day of change, a day of democracy, real democracy. I want to see that day, if not from this earth, I may see from my stay permanent home, that there are 400 or 450 people, MPs elected from public and not from political parties, and that shall be called real democracy, that people are electing people. People are not electing political alliance or moneyed peoples or these abusive industrialists who are purchasing these alliance and ruling indirectly, and not public is ruling. That is real democracy. I don't want this fake democracy that every time I have to go after 5 years and vote to some person I don't know. That person does not mean I don't know that person. Now, what's the fun? What's the objective available that I should vote? What's the meaning of my vote when I don't know person? What he can do for me, she can do for me. I just go for voting because I am bound to vote, or I am born to vote. Am I promoting that person business, that person spends 15, 20, 25 crores in MP election and then makes it 500 crores or 300 crores after 5 years? Am I going to support that business? If you are interested to support that criminal business, it is your choice. But I want that MP should not spend even 1 crore. Let me spend 5,000. Why 1 crore to spend? No need. We can check person. Every constituency can check person. We don't need any leading candidate. We don't need any prime minister proposed candidate that person support. No. We can check. We ourselves know what person is. We should send that person to house. No need of that person spending any money. Public can spend for him. What's the problem? Lakhs of voters in one, they take 10 rupees each. That person has adequate money for distributing pamphlets. So there shall be no crime. There shall be no investment. MP shall be clean, and that MP shall work for you. If that MP spends 50 crores and you think that person should work for you, then you are foolish. How can you expect a person invested 50 crores, number two or number one money in election, and that person should come and touch your feet and fulfill your demands? If you think that your mind is blank, your mind has, you can say, bullseye. I don't expect that. So, if you want to help yourself, help yourself. If you want to change this country's rubbish political system, change it. Or stay as you are. These people shall loot you entirely. These people shall bring you to a level of slavery, and they shall become replacement of British. They shall become replacement. They shall entire time rule you, whole their life. Their new generation shall whole your time. They are ruler society, they are kingdom society, they are emirate society, they are sultanates, and we are their slaves in lowest middle class and low income group. So accept that this is your choice, this is not my choice. If you want to stay as it is, stay as it is. And with this, I close this talk because it's already more than 2 hours. Thank you very much, gentlemen. If you want to change, change. If you don't want to change, don't change. I have done my bakwas. You accept this or don't accept this. Dhanyavad. Thank you very much. Jai Bharat, Jai Samvidhan, Jai Desh ki Janta. Of course, Jai. And Jai is very important for my Bharat. Not for this Prime Minister, not for this. Jai Bharat.